Hello everyone. Today I want to do final comparison with the Sonos Beam, and this will be the final video in which I will feature the Sonos Beam. Today we'll be doing a comparison between the Sonos Beam and a single Play 5. I turned off the right Play 5, so you'll just hear the comparison between the single Play 5 and the Sonos Beam. The first song will be an instrumental song, non-copyrighted of course, because I don't want my videos to be demonetized. And the second song will be my usual song, which is Something About Us by Balance and Traveling Sounds, which is a very nice song in my opinion to compare speakers to each other. I've already done a couple of videos before on the Sonos Beam, and people have commented on the carpet on which the speaker was put. Just to be honest, I've really compared it for myself on different locations, on the glass table, on a wooden cabinet, on the wooden floor, on the carpet, in my media console, and the sound signature is always the same. I've even run TruePlay to see if the difference would be there, but the thing is, if a speaker doesn't have enough drivers or isn't tuned to a certain, to a certain extent, the location will make some difference, but it's pretty minimal. The carpet is a place where where all the reflections are either absorbed or, where the speaker is really not going to be influenced by echoes or other things. So it was no surprise when I put the speaker here, the sound signature wasn't different. And this is a pretty hard cabinet, so, if the critics are going to say, yeah, now it's on a cabinet or a glass back, the sound signature is not going to change drastically when being put on a different location. It wasn't put in the corner, so it wasn't actually put in the worst possible place. And even with TruePlay, there wasn't that much difference in terms of the sound quality of this Beam. So today we'll be doing the sound test with the Beam versus my left Play 5. I'll be using my fingers again to point at which speaker is playing at the moment. And in the end, I'll be giving my own thoughts, which speaker is the best in my opinion. In terms of price, they're pretty much comparable. The Beam is like 450 euros, whereas the Play 5 is now available at 480 euros. So I don't expect a huge difference in price in sound quality, but I haven't listened to it for myself yet. So I'm excited. So let's start a comparison, and let's start with the Sonos Play 5. Let's turn up the sound a little bit. So let's start with the second song. This was the first song and we ended with the Sonos Beam. Now let's start again with the Sonos Beam on our final and next song. So yeah, that was our comparison between the Sonos Beam and the Play 5. Just my short thoughts about both. I think the Sonos Beam does have a wider soundstage than a single Play 5, obviously in mono setup. However, I do strongly believe that the Play 5 plays a lot better than the Sonos Beam. In terms of bass, it just goes way deeper than the Sonos Beam by a huge margin, and also the highs just sound so much more pristine and clear. Especially with voices, you start noticing that the Sonos Beam just has much more this tinny sound like I had before, whereas the Play 5 sounds very open and the voices sound very real. So on all aspects, yeah, the Sonos Beam is just a lesser speaker than the Play 5. However, it does have a wider soundstage, obviously due to its length. So left and right channels will be much more projected outwards, whereas the Sonos Play 5 only plays within its footprint mostly, and that could mostly be because of its mono position right now. But all in all, when it comes to music, I think that Play 5 just plays much more better. And like I said before in my other videos, I think the Sonos Beam is a kind of disappointment as the sound quality is, it's just not so good. With the play bar, I really have the feeling that the play bar is much better than a single play 5, and can even compete with the stereo setup, whereas the Sonos Beam cannot even compete with the single play 5. So that probably told me a big part about the importance of this smart function to compensate for this sound quality difference. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next videos. Thanks for watching and goodbye.